This is my example of what a Petcha Kutcha should be like. You should use this as a model as to what your Petcha Kutcha should look like. Remember that you'll need to have 20 slides and speak for 20 seconds on each slide. Each slide should have a title and an image. There shouldn't be any other text or images on your slide. The Hagia Sophia was at one time a Greek Orthodox church. It was later converted into an Islamic mosque, and finally today it functions as a museum. It is such a famous building, it is said that the history of architecture was forever changed after its creation. It's the best example of Byzantine architecture today. The Hagia Sophia is located in modern-day city of Istanbul, which is located in the modern-day country of Turkey. At the time of its creation, the name of the city was Constantinople and was part of the former Eastern Roman Empire, which we call the Byzantine Empire today. Then it would have been called the Roman Empire. It was originally constructed under the leadership of Emperor Constantinos of the Eastern Roman Empire in 360 CE. It was later reconstructed under the leadership of Emperor Theodosius of the Eastern Roman Empire in 415. The final reconstruction was completed under the leadership of Emperor Justinianus of the Eastern Roman Empire. The Hagia Sophia was originally built as a Christian church to honor the wisdom of God, or the second person of the Holy Trinity. Not only was the Hagia Sophia used for religious purposes during the rule of the Eastern Roman Empire, but it also served as the location of the coronation of the Eastern Roman Emperor. The church was considered the world's greatest church at its creation. Materials were brought from all over the Eastern Roman Empire to construct the church, including Egypt, Greece, and parts of the Middle East. The church was also decorated with some of the best examples of Greek Orthodox Christian mosaics, sculptures, and paintings. The church was converted to a mosque by the Ottoman Turks after they defeated the Byzantine Empire in 1453. Originally, the Hagia Sophia was desecrated by the Turks, but later Suleiman the Magnificent contracted the greatest engineer of the time period to improve the Hagia Sophia into the world treasure it is again today. The minbar is the pulpit in the Hagia Sophia that was added by the Turks when it was transformed into a mosque. The imam delivers the sermon on Fridays from the pulpit. This particular minbar is one of the best examples of marble workmanship from the 16th century Ottoman art. The altar is one of the most important features of the Hagia Sophia when it was a mosque. It is a raised, recessed altar into the wall and faces Mecca, so that when the imam leads the prayer, everyone can be facing Mecca. This particular altar was a decorative sun and stars attached to it. When Turkey became a republic in 1935, the Hagia Sophia was transformed into a museum. It is the second most visited museum in all of Turkey, with over 3.3 million visitors per year. There are competing groups that would like to have the Hagia Sophia restored to being a church today and a mosque today. However, there is no plan currently in place. Only the emperor was originally allowed to walk through the narthex. There is a Byzantine mosaic above the entrance to the narthex that depicts Jesus and the Byzantine emperor. There's a ramp that goes from the lower narthex to the upper narthex because it is 2 stories. Narthex is basically a special entrance to the church. The upper gallery of the Hagia Sophia was originally reserved only for the empresses and her court. There are beautiful Byzantine mosaics preserved in the upper gallery. There's also a lot of graffiti in the upper gallery that is believed to have been put there by soldiers from the Byzantine army towards the end of the empire. The dome is the most important feature of the Hagia Sophia and is particularly significant because it was vastly larger and higher than any contemporary domes. There are 40 windows at the base of the dome, which allows an immense amount of light into the Hagia Sophia. The minarets are actually taller than the Hagia Sophia itself and were used to notify all Muslims of the invitation to prayer. The minarets were all added at different times and as such highlight the particular features of Islamic architecture from the time they were added to the Hagia Sophia. There are 3 significant doors in the Hagia Sophia, including the Emperor door, the Nice door, and the Marble door. Only the Byzantine emperor was supposed to go through the Emperor door. The Nice door is the oldest entrance to the Hagia Sophia, and the Marble door is supposed to represent heaven on one side and hell on the other side. There are dozens of mosaics throughout all of the Hagia Sophia. Most of the mosaics depict Jesus, Mary, emperors, or empresses. Throughout the history of the Hagia Sophia, the mosaics have been destroyed when the Muslim Turks took over the Byzantine Empire, or shipped to Europe by Western Christians who cut them out of the walls for their own collections. The calligraphic paintings were created by the greatest calligraphic artists in the 19th century. The paintings are over 22 feet in diameter. There are a total of 8, and they contain the names of Allah, Muhammad, the 4 caliphs, that immediately followed Muhammad, and Muhammad's grandsons. They are the largest paintings in the Islamic world. There are tiles spread throughout all of the Hagia Sophia. Most of the tiles are blue and white ceramic. The tiles are the greatest examples of Turkish art from the 16th and 17th centuries. Many of the tiles include images of flowers on them. Most of the tiles honor the various sultans of the Ottoman Turks. The Omphalion is where the coronation of every emperor took place in the Eastern Roman Empire. It is decorated with multicolored circles made out of tile on the ground. The decoration was largely overlooked because during the control of the Ottoman Turks, it was covered by beautiful rugs that covered the entire floor of the Hagia Sophia. This is the gravestone of the leader of Venice, Italy, who led the Fourth Crusade, which was a crusade where Christian soldiers from the rest invaded the Eastern Empire and looted the city of Constantinople. He was 70 years old when he led the crusade, and he was actually blind while leading the crusade.